Hey, cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. This is week 2 of the Clovis Skills Clinic. Today, we work on cornering. At least everyone else does. These 5 riders that I'm working with here were not here the first week, so we are going over paceline skills, and later on we will get into cornering. We are about 1 lap into our pacelining practice. Before we got on the bikes, I had them line up and stand next to their bikes, and we did a dry run with the paceline. I showed them how to pull off, how to stay on the wheel of the person that pulls off in front of you, how to move across in the back. Fast side goes about 1.5 miles faster than the slow side, and working on being continuous movement and having the slow side and the fast side close to each other. Typically what happens next is what we're seeing now. We get on the road and we start practicing what we're doing in the dry run. And sometimes it looks a little bit sketchy. After a few laps, we'll pull off, have a similar lecture, talk about what we did wrong and where to improve. And when we get on the road again, it looks a lot better. We fast forward a bit, and now you're seeing the group of 5 there after we had our second off the bike session. They are looking much smoother. See, they're pulling off smoother. The guy that just pulled off in the blue there is behind the person that just pulled off in the front, and in the back he smoothly went across, and now he should be, and excellent, he's moving across on the back wheel, and so it's like a finely tuned machine here. Cha moves across in the front, the other guy moves across in the back. The guy in blue there, I think that's Jeff Simpson, is on, well, he's a little too far off Cha's wheel. Now, cornering was a bit of a challenge. We weren't used to cornering as a pack, obviously. I mean, who does that criteriums when a recreational rider, right? So, but they got through there, and the ground was wet, so that was a little bit of an extra concern. The ground dried up as the day went on, though, which is nice. And these guys get right back into formation and are doing a very good job. Corner comes up again. Cha, who found cornering a challenge, did a pretty good job with that one, actually. So good on him. Went out a little wide, though, after the turn, but they're getting right back in formation. And Cha's right on his wheel, where he should be. Could be a little bit closer, though. You shouldn't start moving across until the person in front of you is pushing you back, so to speak. Because you always want to be on someone's wheel. Get that protection. Excellent. Good job. Okay, we have another corner coming up. Hopefully they'll keep this tight, and they've done worse. They've done worse. But see how it destroys the integrity of the chase? Now, notice that. Oh, we hadn't talked about that, so Jim didn't do that here, but it would have been totally appropriate for Jim to fill the gap in, since the other rider, and I don't know who that is, I wonder if that's Steve Mueller, wasn't up on the wheel. Another corner. This one is definitely better than the others. We'll have a chance to practice cornering a little later on in the video, in which we'll be shoulder to shoulder, or at least that's the plan. Okay, now moving across, should be at the back right now, and I'm going to guess that right now we are on the cornering section of our video. Yeah, we are. So what we're doing is 2x2s. So now, instead of me being an observer and commentator, so to speak, I am now in, because there's 6 of us, I help make up the 3 rows of 2. So the inside person takes control. They turn, and so the outside person turns. Now what they're doing here is they're splitting apart, so the next 2 can come up and take the next 2 corners. So again, the inside person dictates the movement. Now on the what you're seeing here is the other person, and I think that's Jeff Jim Simpson, I've called him, I think, before, but Jeff Simpson should be right on his shoulder. And as they approach the corner, he should be just a little bit ahead, but at least shoulder in line with the shoulder. So then when Shaw starts to turn, Jim starts to turn. What we don't want to have happen is the outside person start to turn first and turn into the person. Now, this is a tight corner. And when you're going 2x2s through here, the person on the outside is a little bit wary. And when we were doing 3x3s, then it almost gets a little dicey on the outside. But still, these guys did pretty good. So we're coming up on another group, and they're going to have to decide which direction to go, inside or outside, once they reach them. After they take this corner, they're going to split, and the next two, which myself and my teammate, will go to the front. Good job. Jeff was right on his shoulder. Okay, so I just split apart, and now the next two are coming through, so I'm going to drop back. And what we did is switch sides. So now the people that were on the inside are on the outside. And looks like we're doing a fair rate of speed, and the corner's coming up. Let's see how we do on the left side. Are they going to stay shoulder to shoulder? A little bit behind, but not bad. Still an acceptable distance away. I say good job. They're going to take the second corner before they split off. Excellent job, guys. This is the first time they're doing it. This is another reason why everybody should do the Clovis Skills Clinic. I don't have the 3x3s on video here, but it went very well also. After the Skills Clinic, you can tell that they were much more comfortable with riding in groups. Thanks for watching, and as always, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.